Have you ever wondered why you can be doing everything right, waking up early to train, eating clean, tracking your calories, saying no to dessert, pushing through every workout, and yet your body feels slower, heavier, more tired than ever? You step on the scale and nothing changes. You look in the mirror and your muscles feel flat, your energy feels drained, and you think, what am I doing wrong? That's where the trap begins. Because you start believing that the problem is you, that you need to work harder, eat less, move more. What if the problem isn't your discipline? What if it's the strategy itself? We live in a time where health has become a competition. The message everywhere is go harder, eat cleaner, never miss a day. Social media celebrates the grind, the sweat-soaked shirts, the early mornings, the extreme fasts. We're told that pushing past pain is the mark of strength. Let me ask you this. At what point does discipline turn into damage? Your body isn't a machine. It's a living, breathing ecosystem designed for balance. When you constantly deprive it, cutting calories too low, training 7 days a week, ignoring fatigue, you don't build resilience, you build resistance. The body begins to fight back. See, your metabolism is like a thermostat. When things are balanced, it runs smoothly, it burns energy efficiently, supports hormone health, keeps you alert and vibrant. But when it senses stress, whether that's from emotional pressure, lack of sleep, or overtraining, it starts dialing everything down. Why? Because its job is to protect you. If your body believes food is scarce or you're constantly under threat, it slows metabolism to conserve energy. It doesn't care that your goal is fat loss, its priority is survival. And that's what's happening to millions of people following the latest fitness trends. They're unknowingly training their bodies to hold on to energy, not release it. They're waking up every day thinking, I just need to be tougher, when what their body really needs is recovery. The sad truth is, this pattern doesn't just stall physical progress. It breaks your relationship with yourself. You stop trusting your hunger, your cravings, your energy cues. You see your body as something to be controlled, something to be cared for. And over time, that mindset doesn't just slow metabolism, it drains the joy out of being alive. So before you blame yourself for not seeing results, pause. Ask, am I truly getting healthier or just getting better at tolerating exhaustion? Because true health isn't about how much you can endure. It's about how well your body can adapt, heal, and thrive. And the truth is, your metabolism doesn't respond to punishment, it responds to safety. The more your body feels supported with enough food, enough rest, and enough compassion, the faster it starts to rebuild the energy you've been chasing all along. We've been taught that more is better. More cardio, more lifting, more fasting, more control. We've been told that if we aren't pushing harder, sweating longer, or feeling exhausted at the end of every session, we're not doing enough. But here's the dangerous truth. More doesn't always mean better. Sometimes more means damage. Your body isn't wired for endless output. It was built to perform in cycles. Effort and recovery, movement and stillness, growth and rest. But today's fitness trends have erased that balance. We've traded wisdom for intensity and science for suffering. When you push yourself beyond your body's capacity day after day, your system begins to adapt, but not in the way you think. Instead of burning fat and building muscle, your body starts to shut down. Your stress hormone cortisol rises, your thyroid slows, your hunger hormones go haywire, and soon your metabolism, that beautiful engine that fuels everything from your heartbeat to your brain, begins to lose its spark. You see, metabolism isn't just about burning calories, it's about communication. It's the constant conversation between your brain and your body, between your hormones and your cells. When that conversation becomes one-sided, when all your body hears is push, it eventually stops responding. I've seen it so many times, people who eat clean, train like athletes, and yet feel miserable. They can't lose weight, they can't sleep, they can't think clearly. Their energy disappears halfway through the day. They think they're broken, but they're not broken, they're burned out. Their metabolism has gone into emergency mode, trying to protect them from the very habits they were told would make them healthy. And the worst part, we applaud this. We glorify being tired, being hungry, being sore. We turn exhaustion into evidence of dedication. But exhaustion isn't a goal, it's a warning sign. It's your body whispering, I'm running out of balance. I'm running out of fuel. The truth is, your metabolism doesn't thrive under pressure. It thrives under care. The best athletes in the world know this. They don't just train hard, they recover harder. They respect their rest as much as their reps, because they understand something most people forget. Growth happens between the workouts, not during them. So if you've been trapped in this more is better mindset, it's time to step back. Time to redefine what progress means. Because being fit isn't about how far you can push yourself. It's about how intelligently you can listen to your body. When you start working with your biology instead of against it, that's when everything changes. Your energy rises, your metabolism reignites, and your body begins to perform not out of fear, but out of trust. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. And that wisdom might just save your health. When you push your body too hard, too often, you trigger something deep inside, a primal alarm system designed to protect you, not punish you. Your body doesn't understand the difference between running for your life and running on a treadmill for the 5th straight day with barely any food in your system. To your biology, stress is stress. And when that alarm keeps ringing, your metabolism begins to slow down. Think of it like this: your body is always listening. Every skipped meal, every sleepless night, every grueling workout without recovery, it adds up. And when your body senses that it's being pushed beyond safety, it starts conserving energy. It lowers thyroid activity, reduces calorie burn, and even holds onto fat, not because it wants to make you miserable, but because it's trying to protect you. It's survival mode. I've seen people train harder than ever and end up with opposite of what they wanted: slower progress, more cravings, chronic fatigue, and hormonal chaos. That's not laziness. That's your body fighting for balance. The fitness culture we live in glorifies constant motion. It tells us, don't stop, don't rest, don't quit. But the truth is, rest isn't quitting, it's recharging. Recovery isn't weakness, it's the foundation of strength. When you refuse to slow down, your body has no choice but to slow itself down for you. That's when metabolism crashes, hormones fluctuate, and your motivation disappears. It's a cruel cycle. The more exhausted you feel, the harder you push, and the worse things get. You start blaming yourself. Maybe I just need to train harder. But no, what you need is to listen. When you train too long without enough recovery, your main stress hormone stays elevated. At first, it gives you energy and focus, but over time, it begins to steal from your body. It breaks down muscle, it messes with your sleep, and it blocks your ability to burn fat efficiently. And the scary part is, most people don't even realize it's happening. They think they're being disciplined when in reality, they're draining their system dry. True fitness isn't about how much pain you can endure. It's about how well your body can adapt. And adaptation requires rest. It requires fuel. It requires compassion. Your metabolism isn't your enemy. It's your body's voice trying to tell you what it needs. If you ignore it long enough, it stops whispering and starts screaming. So if you're feeling tired, stuck, constantly hungry despite doing everything right, that's not failure, that's feedback. Listen to it, slow down, because sometimes the fastest way to reignite your metabolism is to stop fighting it. In today's world, we've glorified the grind. We wear exhaustion like a medal. Hustle, grit. But let me tell you something, discipline without balance is just destruction dressed in motivation. Somewhere along the line, we started believing that being healthy means being miserable. We wake up before sunrise to squeeze in fasted cardio, sip black coffee instead of breakfast, scroll through highlight reels of shredded physiques, and think that's what I need to do. And then we do it, we push, we sweat, we sacrifice. But instead of feeling stronger, we feel drained. Instead of progress, we get burnout. Why? Because we've confused movement with punishment. We've taken fitness, something meant to build us, and turned it into something that breaks us down. You see, real discipline isn't about ignoring your body, it's about understanding it. It's not about how hard you can push, it's about how wisely you can pull back. Because if every day is a battlefield, your body never has the chance to rebuild. Muscles don't grow when you train, they grow when you rest. Hormones don't balance under pressure, they balance in recovery. And your metabolism doesn't thrive under stress, it thrives under safety. This no days off mentality might look admirable online, but in real life, it's a fast road to hormonal chaos. Chronic fatigue, digestive problems, sleep disorders, anxiety, all because we've turned health into a performance instead of a partnership. I want you to imagine this for a second. A tree doesn't grow by constantly fighting the wind. It grows by staying rooted, drawing from the earth, taking in sunlight and rest. Your body is the same. It doesn't become stronger through constant struggle. It becomes stronger through steady, consistent nourishment. And this is where we need to shift our mindset. Discipline isn't destroying yourself to prove your worth. Discipline is choosing what actually supports your long-term health, even if that means resting when the world tells you to grind. We've built a culture where stillness feels like weakness, but the truth is, stillness is strength. Listening to your body, honoring your limits, fueling instead of depriving, that's real power. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, I have to push harder, ask instead, what does my body need right now? Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do for your metabolism is give it a break. Here's what most people forget. Recovery isn't a luxury, it's a requirement. Your body doesn't get stronger during the workout. It gets stronger after the workout when you sleep, when you eat, when you rest. That's when the magic happens. When your body repairs the tiny tears in your muscles, when your hormones rebalance, when your metabolism resets and grows more efficient. But the problem is, too many people never give their bodies that chance. They wake up early to train on 4 hours of sleep. They cut calories while increasing exercise. They think skipping rest is a sign of commitment. But what they're really doing is digging a hole their metabolism can't climb out of. Recovery is where your progress is locked in. It's where your body adapts to all the hard work you've done. Without it, all your effort turns into stress. And stress is the enemy of growth. When you're constantly in mode, your cortisol stays high, your energy crashes, and your metabolism slows. You may look busy, but inside your body is begging for a pause. Think about professional athletes. They don't just train hard, they recover like professionals. They sleep, they refuel, they hydrate, they stretch. Because they understand the science. Adaptation doesn't happen in the gym, it happens in the recovery room. When you rest, your body does something incredible. It restores equilibrium. It repairs cells, releases growth hormones, strengthens your immune system, and rebalances your metabolism. That's why skipping rest isn't saving you time, it's stealing your progress. And here's something I want you to remember. Rest is not the opposite of discipline. It is discipline. It takes strength to stop, to recharge, to trust that stillness is part of the process. Anyone can push until they break. But it takes real wisdom to pause before you do. So if you've been running on empty, feeling stuck, tired, or frustrated, maybe it's not because you're not working hard enough. Maybe it's because you're not recovering enough. Give your body what it's asking for: rest, nourishment, sleep. Because when you do, your metabolism won't just repair itself, it'll come back stronger. Recovery isn't the end of progress. It's the foundation of it. When stress becomes your normal state, your body starts to rewrite its own rules. Every time you overtrain, underrate, or push through fatigue, your brain sends one clear message to your body: we're in danger. And when that message repeats day after day, your body begins to shift from growth mode to survival mode. Here's what that looks like inside you. Your cortisol, the stress hormone, rises and stays high. At first, it gives you energy, focus, even motivation. But over time, it starts stealing from your other systems. Your thyroid slows down, your reproductive hormones drop, and your body starts holding on to fat because it doesn't feel safe letting it go. Your metabolism, instead of burning clean and fast like a steady flame, starts to flicker. Inconsistent, unstable, unpredictable. And this is what so many fitness trends ignore. They tell you to push through, to ignore the excuses, to stay hungry. But when your stress response is constantly triggered, it doesn't matter how clean your diet is or how perfect your workout routine looks. Your body simply can't thrive in a state of chronic stress. I've seen this countless times. People doing everything by the book, but their energy is gone. Their sleep is restless. They wake up tired, crave sugar, and can't figure out why their metabolism feels broken. The truth is, it's not broken. It's protecting itself. Your body is trying to save you from a lifestyle that's asking for too much and giving back too little. Think of your metabolism as a campfire. If you keep adding small, steady logs, food, rest, hydration, calm, it burns beautifully. But if you keep throwing wind at it, constant stress, overtraining, sleepless nights, eventually that fire weakens. It doesn't go out all at once, but it starts to dim, losing its warmth, losing its power. Your thyroid, your adrenals, your digestive system, they all work in harmony when your body feels safe. And safety isn't created through intensity, it's created through consistency, nourishment, and recovery. So if you're constantly feeling stuck, anxious, or fatigued, your first step isn't another workout or a new supplement. It's lowering the noise inside your system. It's giving your body the message it's been waiting to hear: you're safe now, you can heal. Because when your body stops fighting to survive, it finally remembers how to thrive. And that's when your metabolism and your entire life starts to light up again. We've been conditioned to believe that the key to a fast metabolism is simple: burn more calories, eat less food, repeat. But that's not how your body truly works. There's a huge difference between burning calories and building metabolic health. Burning calories is short term. It's surface level. You can force your body to burn energy through intense exercise, fasting, or restriction. But if that's all you do, you're training your body to become efficient at surviving, not thriving. And an efficient metabolism, contrary to what people think, is actually a slow one. Because when your body adapts to chronic stress and low energy intake, it learns to do more with less. That might sound good in theory, but it's the exact opposite of what you want for long-term health. A truly healthy metabolism is inefficient. It burns energy freely, it's flexible, it responds quickly to food and activity, and it doesn't panic when life throws stress your way. It's not stuck in one mode, it flows. But here's the problem. Modern fitness culture teaches people to chase calorie burn instead of metabolic freedom. Every workout becomes a punishment for eating, every meal becomes a math problem. We've reduced health to numbers, steps, calories, macros, and forgotten that metabolism is a living, breathing system that thrives on balance. Think of it like this. Burning calories is like throwing gasoline on a fire. It burns bright, but fast. Building metabolic health is like nurturing that fire with steady, healthy fuel. It lasts. It's sustainable. You don't speed up your metabolism by starving it. You speed it up by feeding it. With enough nutrients, enough sleep, enough calm. Your metabolism is powered by trust, not fear. When your body knows that energy is always coming in, it stops clinging to fat and starts burning it naturally. When it knows rest is allowed, it rebuilds stronger. You can't punish your body into efficiency. You have to teach it safety. That's the difference between someone who's constantly fighting their own biology and someone who's finally working with it. So if you want lasting energy, better digestion, stable mood, and real fat loss, stop chasing the burn. Start building the balance. Because metabolism isn't built in moments of struggle, it's built in moments of harmony. When you nourish instead of deprive, when you listen instead of force, your body responds. It starts to trust you again. And that trust is what brings your metabolism back to life, not through intensity, but through intelligence. Rebuilding your metabolism doesn't start with another workout plan or a new supplement. It starts with a mindset shift. You have to stop thinking of your body as something to control and start treating it as something to collaborate with. Because your metabolism isn't broken, it's adapted to how you've been living. And the beautiful thing about your body is that it can adapt again, this time toward balance and vitality. If you've been stuck in that exhausting cycle of dieting, overtraining, and frustration, it's time to change the script. Rebuilding your metabolism is about teaching your body that it's safe to use energy again. That means feeding it, not starving it. Moving it with intention, not punishment. Sleeping deeply, not skipping rest to chase productivity. Start small. Add breakfast instead of skipping it. Lift weights, but also stretch, walk, and breathe. Swap your no pain, no gain mentality for no balance, no progress. Your body thrives when it feels supported, not attacked. When you fuel yourself properly with real food, with rest, with peace. Your hormones stabilize, your energy returns, and that sluggish feeling begins to lift. Think of your metabolism like soil. You can't force a plant to grow by yelling at it or withholding water. You have to nurture the ground, the environment, so it becomes fertile again. That's what rebuilding your metabolism is, enriching the environment inside your body so it can flourish naturally. You don't need extremes. You need consistency. You don't need deprivation. You need nourishment. Healing your metabolism isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. When you give your body trust, it gives you transformation. When you stop chasing instant results and start honoring the process, your metabolism doesn't just recover, it accelerates. And here's the truth: your body wants to work with you. It's not against you. It's just been waiting for you to stop fighting it. So if you've been exhausted from doing everything right, maybe it's time to do something different, something kinder, something sustainable. Because when you finally give your body permission to rest, eat, and breathe again, it doesn't just rebuild your metabolism. It rebuilds you. The biggest shift you can ever make, the one that changes everything, is the shift in your mindset. The way you think about your body determines how your body responds to you. If you see it as an obstacle, it resists. But if you see it as a partner, it begins to heal. For years, the fitness industry has fed us a toxic belief that health must hurt, that progress means pain, and that success only comes through struggle. But the truth is, that mindset is what's keeping millions of people stuck, exhausted, overtrained, and metabolically burned out. Real transformation doesn't come from fighting your body, it comes from understanding it. When you begin to see your body as intelligent, not lazy, not broken, but intelligent, everything changes. You start to listen instead of force. You start to rest instead of restrict. And you start to realize that your body has always been trying to protect you, not punish you. Your metabolism isn't your enemy. It's the voice of your body trying to find balance. When it slows down, it's saying, I'm tired. When it holds on to fat, it's saying, I don't feel safe. And when you finally respond with care, more nourishment, more rest, more patience, it starts to trust you again. That's when your energy returns, your mood lifts, your hunger signals normalize, your progress feels easy again. It's not magic, it's biology responding to kindness. So here's the truth I want you to remember: the fitness trend that's been killing your metabolism isn't a product or a workout or a diet plan. It's the belief that you have to fight your body to fix it. You don't. You just have to listen to it. When you start working with your body instead of against it, your metabolism doesn't just survive, it thrives. Your body starts to move with you, not in resistance. And that's when health becomes effortless, sustainable, and full of life again. You don't need to chase the next trend. You don't need to prove your discipline. You don't need to earn your worth through suffering. You just need to reconnect with the one thing that's been there all along: your body's wisdom. Because when you honor that wisdom, when you finally choose balance over burnout, your metabolism comes alive, not through punishment, but through peace. And that's where true health begins.